The death toll from floods that have devastated parts of Southeast Asia continues to rise. Mass burials have been taking place on the Indonesian island of Sumatra, with more than 90 people confirmed dead. Dozens more are missing following a week of torrential rain that also caused deadly landslides. Some areas of the island remain cut off. And authorities in Thailand say that severe flooding has killed more than 80 people and displaced thousands in the south of the country. Floodwaters have begun to recede, but officials warn that low-lying areas remain under threat. Days of torrential rain have affected millions of people across the region. A state of emergency has been declared in several southern provinces. The situation particularly dire in Hat Yai, which is near the border with Malaysia. Many there remain without electricity as they assess the damage done to their property. The city has been declared a disaster zone due to the flooding. Journalist Tommy Walker has visited the regional hospital and has more on the situation on the ground.
Yes, we visited Hat Yai Hospital and spoke to the director there. They are suffering from a lack of electricity inside the hospital. It's very dirty with mud. It's very clear that the water levels there were higher in recent days. There are people who cannot go home because their houses are still partially submerged or in no fit state to be, to live in. And they are treating people who have been affected by the floods, whether people have nearly drowned or have been injured from falling debris. So the hospital is struggling and told me earlier that they need sort of more help from the authorities, from the government, from the military, and that's the situation there. The water throughout the city is, subsiding, but downtown, especially, certainly at the ground and first level buildings, looks like almost like a war zone has hit it. The damage is very bad. We've got cars tipped on the side. There's mud everywhere. There's buildings that seemingly have been severely damaged by the flooding. And as you can see in them images there, cars are just piled up throughout the city.
So much devastation. Are people in the flood-affected regions able to get the help that they need?
It really depends where. I mean, right now I'm at Songlai University, which has been changed into a makeshift evacuation centre. Here you can see plenty of aid coming in, lots of water, food and first aid, and people have been staying here during the height of these severe floods. In other areas, that's not the case. We visited a village earlier, and one woman shouted over at me saying, film us, because we're getting no help from the authorities. So I think it really just depends on where. This is a complex operation, widespread, where some places have been affected more than others. And right now, the issue is that the flooding might be subsiding, but the aftermath is catastrophic. People have got to try and rebuild their lives, try and rebuild their homes, their businesses after this. So the flooding may be going down, but that doesn't change the fact that things are very severe still.
The government, meantime, has said that it suspended the Hatyai district chief over an alleged failure to respond to the flooding. What more do we know about that?
Yes, that news came out in local media yesterday. I mean, given the scale of what's happened, these have been the worst floods in southern Thailand for decades, and the international attention on what's happened here, it's no surprise someone is certainly taking the blame. I understand that the district chief was criticised for not being at the epicenter of the floods. He chose to stay in his local district and stay with family and friends and help people there. But it's no surprise someone has taken the fall for this. There are also calls from citizens in Hat Yai for the Hat Yai mayor to step down as well. So it shows that Thailand perhaps wasn't prepared for this, and some are saying that this was a reactive response rather than one that was well prepared for.
Officials say that floodwaters have begun to subside. Is this a sign that conditions are going to improve soon?
Yes, I mean, look, the weather forecast had put rain down for yesterday and today, and it was supposed to get drier over the weekend. The weather gods have actually helped Thailand here because we haven't seen rain in 2 days now. So that's no surprise. The floods are decreasing. But as I mentioned earlier, the damage is widespread. I mean, looking downtown, it looks like almost like a small war zone. People are trying to clean debris, trying to go into their homes to see what's left. I spoke to another woman earlier, and she said, I've got nowhere to go. My home is destroyed. I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight. So although the floods seem to be improving and declining, the focus is what happens next and how these people rebuild their lives.
Journalist Tommy Walker, thank you.